call them oligosaccharides. The third one we call them polysaccharides. Mono, it means one. Oligo, it means few or limited. Poly, it means many. Okay, from oligo, they contain only from 2 to 10 units of monosaccharides. If we talk about 2, we call them disaccharides. So disaccharides are branches from what? From the oligosaccharides. We will talk about only disaccharides from the oligosaccharides. And polysaccharides, if you have more than 10 units of monosaccharides, in this case we call them polysaccharides. We will study them. If we have one sugar unit, so it is monosaccharides. If we have from 2 to 10 sugar units, we call them oligosaccharides. If we have only 2 from these 2 to 10, if we have only 2 units of monosaccharides, we call them disaccharides. So we will study disaccharides, not tri or tetra and so on. Only we will study disaccharides from the oligosaccharides. And if we have many sugars, more than 10 units, we call them polysaccharides. Okay, mono 1, di 2, poly more than 10, oligo from 2 to 10 units of monosaccharides. First, we will talk about the monosaccharides. They are the simplest saccharides because they can't be broken or hydrolyzed into more simpler sugar. That's why they are the simplest one. Can't be broken down into the smaller ones. That's why we call them monosaccharides or the simplest saccharides. We have 3 types of them here. We have 3 compounds. The first one we call them glucose, fructose and galactose. So 3 compounds. They have the same molecular formula but different structure formula. The general formula of monosaccharides the same as the general formula of carbohydrates. It is CnH2nLON, or you can write it CH2O by N. But you have to notice here N should be from 3 to 6 carbon atoms if we have monosaccharides. And in general, in carbohydrates, the N starts from 3. This is the example. This is the general formula, CnH2nLON, or you can write it CH2O by N. If we have C3, look, C3H6O3. So C and oxygen, the same number, hydrogen, double this number. Or you can write it CH2O by 3. If we have C4, yes, 8 and this is 4. If we have C5, yes, 10 and 5. If we have C6, C6H12O6, or you can write it CH2O by 6. From these ones, only we will study C6H12O6. What you call them? Yes, maybe they are glucose or fructose or galactose. Okay, look here. Glucose, fructose and galactose. They have the same molecular formula. It means the same number of carbon atoms, the same number of hydrogen atoms, and the same number of oxygen atoms. So what is the differences between them? Yes, the differences are the functional groups. Here we have C double bond OH. This is aldehyde, or you can write it CHO. And this one also aldehyde, the C double bond OH, but this one only C double bond O, it is ketone. So here in glucose and galactose we have aldehyde groups, but in the fructose we have, yes, ketone group. Now they have the same number of atoms, yes, the same number, so but the different structure. Okay, so if you compare between fructose and glucose, different functional group, but between glucose and galactose they have the same functional group. So what are the differences between them? Yes, go back here, yes, down, go down here, yes. This one, this carbon number 3, it has OH left side, but in the galactose we have OH, here it is, at carbon number 3, at carbon number 4. So at carbon number 3 and carbon number 4 we have the OH group left side both. So if you change the position of the hydroxyl group, the name of the compound will change. Okay, so look now here, yes, this is OH left side, number 3, this is number 1, 2, 3, here it is number 3 and number 4. This is for the open chain, but in the closed chain, look what are the differences between this one. Yes, it is clear here, this is 5-member ring. If it's 5-member ring, so this is for the fructose. 5-member ring, so this is fructose. But this one, it is 6-member rings, and this is also 6-member rings. So what are the differences between them? You have to know the carbon that has H and OH, and it is next to the oxygen. So this one, yes, this is carbon, it has H and OH, and next to O. This one, it is next to O, but doesn't have, hydrogen. So the carbon that has hydrogen and it is next to oxygen, so this is carbon number 1. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, and this is 6. And also here the same, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is 6. So you have to notice here, this is 1, 2, 3. 3 and 4, look at carbon number 3 and carbon number 4, the OH is up. They are written up. Yes, OH up, and this is OH up. But here look, 1, 2, 3, only at carbon number 3 is up, but carbon number 4 is down. So if the carbon number 3 and carbon number 4 are in the same side, maybe up, maybe down, both of them, so here it is galactose, because number 3 and number 4 are left side, and here we wrote them up, the same side. But here only number 3 is left side, so this is only, this one is up, the others are down. By the way, you can write them, all of them, right, left side, and this OH right side, also they are the same. We will start with the first one, we call it glucose. It has another name, we call it grape sugar. Look how to memorize it, GG. So this is, glucose, grape sugar. It's found in the blood, that's why we call it blood sugar in the body. It is the main source of energy in the body. So the main source of energy in the body is glucose. It is the part of every disaccharides. So any disaccharides, it contains from monosaccharides. One of these monosaccharide is glucose. They are, or glucose, only monosaccharides in starch. So starch contains from monosaccharides more than 10 units, all of them are from glucose. This is the structure of the glucose. We have open chain and we have closed chain. This is carbon number 1, C double bond OH, or you can write it CHO, the same. You can write it like this one or this one, it is the same. This is, the open chain for glucose. The closed chain, this is carbon number 1, so this is the carbon number 1, okay, and here it is 5-membered ring. 5? No. This is what? Yes, it is 6-membered ring. Thank you. So 6-member rings, it is what? It is glucose. But if you have this one for the fructose, the other name we call it the fruit sugars. Okay, it is the sweetest of the natural sugars. It's found in the honey and fruits. So it is the sweetest sugar, it is fructose. The functional group is C double bond O. This is the ketone group. Okay, if this is in the open chain, but in the closed chain, it is 5-member ring. The functional group here, it is number 2, here it is number 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 5-member ring, so it is fructose. Now, we have to compare between glucose and fructose. The functional group here, it is aldehyde. You can write it CHO or C double bond OH. The functional group for the fructose is CO or C double bond O. About the closed formula, in the glucose we have 6-member ring. In the fructose we have 5-membered ring. They have the same molecular formula, the same C6H12O6. They are the same. Okay, the important point is glucose and fructose have the same, yes, molecular formula, but different, yes, structure formula.